So again, the files variable is a JavaScript object which contain only one property, which is the children, and this children is an array of objects. As you see here, it's an array of objects. This is the first object, this is the second one, this is the third one. So what are these objects? These objects basically represent either a file or a folder. Okay, so each object represent a file or a folder, and how we're gonna decide if it is a folder or a file, we're gonna discuss it in a moment. Okay, so let's dive through that object and see what are the property. Okay, the properties inside it. So each object must have a name property, which is this each object should have a name property. Okay, and the name property is basically the name of the folder, of the name of the file, right? So which optional is the children property. So let's repeat it again. The children, this children property is a optional property for each object or each file or folders. Okay, so this is the children property, also an array of objects, and those objects are files or folders. It's almost the same work to done. It's recursively. Yani, each object can contain a name property and a children, and the trick in the children property. So if here's the trick: if an object contain only the name property, that means that object is just a file. Okay, so because we can create files inside, we can create a file inside a file. In the other way, we can create files and folders inside folder. Okay, so basically, if an object don't have a children property, that means, for example, that means it's just a file. If not, if that object contains a children property, that means that folder or that object represent a folder. So I hope it's clear. This is the data structure. So I hope it's clear, and I'm gonna explain it while I'm writing the code. Okay. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna import that files from the data and files.js, and let's console log that files array or objects, or directly files.children, the array. No, yes, this, it's a property. Okay, so could not find the creation file in video.data. What's going on? Okay, because it is a not a lowercase. There you go. Files. There you go. And this is, by the way, another extension where you could see what is consoled in the console log without going here to the browser or to the project and expect and go to the console. Okay, you could see the result right here in that extension called Console Ninja. There you go, Console Ninja, and you'll find it. There you go, this one, Console Ninja. Anyway, so there you go. This is an array of objects, and each object represents either a file or a folder. So again, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna create inside src folder another folder called components, and inside that components I'm gonna create another component called entry.jsx. Okay, and I'm gonna run the shortcut RIFCE and basically it. So let's go back to the app. So what I'm gonna do here, first of all I'm gonna give it a class name of app. Okay, so also I'm gonna loop through this children of the files, and I'm gonna render out just for now the name of the object. I don't know if it is file or object. I'm just gonna render out the name of it. Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna type files dot children, and I'm gonna type dot map, and each file key, and I'm gonna just render out the entry. Okay, so what's going on? The entry, I export it. I don't know, I should write it by own hands. So imports the entry from the components folder and the entry.jsx, which is basically cool. So I'm gonna pass as a props the file. I'm gonna give a key first of all, or the React will be complaining. Key will be equal to that key, and I'm gonna pass the file, which is the object that represents either a file or a folder. Okay, so I'm keep repeating it represents either file or a folder, because it's the challenge is here. Okay, and this point and the trick and the children, exactly the children prop. All right, so file, I'm gonna go the entry. Okay, I'm gonna take out the file, and I'm gonna just render out the file dot name, right? And there you go. Let's close this one, and there you go. Node modules, public, src, package, feed, just like that. Okay. So